Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Whitefish Bay. We're here at Cahill Park today in Whitefish Bay for Zaleski Sports broadcast between the Menomonee Falls Phoenix and the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Kind of a windy morning compared to the week that we had, but on hand for us this morning here at Whitefish Bay. But pretty good matchup like usual. These two teams, really good programs. Menomonee Falls, Whitefish Bay. Whitefish Bay obviously well known for their state title just 2 years ago. They won it with Division 1. We're in sight for a big one today here. Big non-conference. This one was circled a while ago. And a beautiful venue to do it here. They got a lot of things out here on this normal Saturday morning. They brought the grill out there in the middle of the street here.
The Blackstone.
Yeah, there you go.
Famous.
Yeah. Right behind us, they got the grill right in the middle of the street, ready to go. For a
You're not
beautiful
familiar with what the Blackstone is? It's the infamous grill. Like, I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
more than just a grill, man. I don't even know how to explain it. It
I
just
didn't
has
even
so much aura, man.
I didn't even see that I didn't even see it was a Blackstone grill from here. I just didn't happen to look at the grill. Oh, yeah, so they're ready to go then, that's for sure. Yeah, for a beautiful morning here.
It's like almost like a tailgate setup they got going on.
Yeah. So coming into this game, let's get this on correctly. Whitefish, let's go Menomonee Falls first. They are the leading off hitting team. Menomonee Falls comes in at 4 in the Greater Metro Conference, 13-6 overall.
Thank
you.
Appreciate it.
9-4 in conference, 13-6 overall as Whitefish Bay in 4th in the tough Greater Metro Conference. Meanwhile, that one's ripped in the air to right field, deep, and it's gone! A leadoff home run for Menomonee Falls.
We were just talking about how you never called a home run before.
Yeah.
Now
I've never called a home run before. There we go. And
that means this winter I'm going to have a buzzer beater.
Yeah. And let's get a name on him first. This was a home run by. Whoa, got.
That didn't take long, Matt Peck.
We'll get the name because Game Changer didn't even load up yet.
We were just introducing the players, and now we were just introducing the game and all that, and we already have a homer.
And that one was hit about. I can't tell what the fence is out there, but that one next pitch is inside. But quick fireworks for Menomonee Falls.
Right next to the Craig Council number out there on the scoreboard.
Yeah. That one's on the ground to third. Fireworks starting here. The third on to first in time. That's Kozenik at first. No, that's. All right, let's get the Whitefish Bay's game changer up here. I don't think these game changers are ready for all this action early on. So it was a home run by Lindy. We just got that up now, and Krieger made the play at third base over there. So now it will be Nemec at home plate.
Early Highland House Player of the Game candidate already.
That was quick off the board.
I've never seen us in all of our games broadcasting in the 2 years we've been doing this now.
That was ripped to third. What a catch over there by Krieger. He's having a heck of a start over there at third base to start the inning. 2 plays, 2 outs right after the home run.
It's safe to say that Menomonee Falls, I mean, they really want to chase the fastballs early on, right?
Yeah. So now it will be Van Zandy at the plate for Menomonee Falls, the cleanup hitter. He comes in with 2 outs.
We're already 2 outs.
We're already 2 outs, but a 1-0 lead for the Phoenix. Phoenix wasted no time getting ahead early. And that one's driven deep to left, going back on it to the wall, and that one's going to hang in there. Yes, it will, and the catch is made by the left fielder. That's the left fielder, Brusewitz. So we will move to the bottom of the first inning. Menomonee Falls 1-0 on the first pitch. We'll be back with more of this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
I'm going there after, that's for sure. All right, back here on Zaleski Sports, Menomonee Falls. First pitch, home run to start off the top of the first, but then 3 straight outs. So Whitefish Bay settled down a little bit. Made it at the bottom of the first. The first batter will be Charlie McIntyre, and he's still left from that state run team. The Whitefish Bay won state in 2023.
That was the last year of head coach Jay Wojcinski at Whitefish Bay, right?
Zach Hayes, the head coach for Whitefish Bay now in his second year. I think he was an assistant on that staff. So Whitefish Bay still trying to go back to that, Ryan. They're actually in Division II now this year. They moved down a division. So, but they're one of the best teams in Division II right now. So you might see them again possibly at Fox City Stadium in Appleton coming up in about a month.
I got a really insane score update for you right now, Matt.
I'm sitting.
It's a SEC score. Obviously, it's non-conference, but Greenfield's winning 5-2 against Kenosha Trimper right now.
Wow,
and
that's a surprise.
I was gonna say, I was like, if Bauerschmidt's pitching,
I doubt that.
Yeah, he's not pitching.
I doubt that. So Steehill is on the mound for Menomonee Falls. That is, let's just see to get his correct name. That is Anderson Steehill as well.
And Oak Creek's up 3-1 on Greendale.
So Charlie McIntyre will lead us off. Those are some of our score updates coming in early on here. So McIntyre will step in the box. I remember him from that state run team. He was actually I think he was probably a freshman or sophomore at that time, but he got a lot of hits in that state run too that were key for that Whitefish Bay team. And that was a 2023 state championship over Hortonville. I mean, that was the busiest state championship in the history of WIAA. The whole stadium, I think, was sold out, mainly red. That first pitch is down low, ball 1 from Steehill.
As you guys could see in the outfield, too, I mean, if you look outside the stadium, that big building from the outside, that's Whitefish Bay High School.
Yeah.
They don't play at their high school, right, like a block or 2 down away, but at Cahill Park.
That one's ripped up the middle. Will that get through? No, nice play over there by that second baseman. He turns and throws the first, not in time. Brownie, nice effort on that play, but, just a little bit out of his reach, but he was still able to try to make the play over at first base, so it'll be an infield hit for McIntyre.
This weather today is very unlike what we had yesterday. I mean,
yeah.
Very cold compared to the warmth we had yesterday. I think we got up pretty close to 90 degrees actually.
Yeah. So Joe Mussolini now the batter for Whitefish Bay with 1 guy on base. Pitches inside corner, strike 1. He's got McIntyre over there on first. McIntyre takes his lead over there at first. No balls, 1 strike on Mussolini. He's going, and that one's ripped to second. The only play will be at first. Brownie to first in time. That moves McIntyre over to second. Whitefish Bay with a runner in scoring position here with 1 down here in the bottom of the first.
Safe to say that both teams were seeing the contact really well early on.
Yeah. For being such a crisp morning. I mean, it's not too cold. It'll warm up, but it's probably in the 60s right now.
I just think the wind is the thing that's really making this thing pretty cold out here. 16-mile-per-hour winds at least to 20.
Yeah.
Looked at the forecast earlier today. Overcast skies.
So Chase Wolter now the batter for Whitefish Bay.
Could even hear the wind in our headsets.
That's right. Here's the pitch. Wolter swings a line drive to second. Caught! Back to second. Double play! Brownie tags on second himself, and just like that, the inning is over.
Man, you talk about how fast starts on both ends. Only not even 10 minutes into the game, we're through 1 inning.
So we head to
the biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, second inning already here at Whitefish at Cahill Park here in Whitefish Bay. Menomonee Falls 1-0 lead, and that came on the first pitch of the game, a home run to right field. But quite an inning for Whitefish Bay. Strokes a base hit, but then McIntyre still second, but then a line drive to second, double off. So unlucky finish for Whitefish Bay in the bottom of the first, so now we head to the second inning. Both teams going pretty fast on offense, taking advantage of the first couple pitches and moving along. Must be part of the scouting report for both teams today. Matt Peck, Elijah Vanxilata with you this morning here as we begin the second inning here.
Hey, I want to remind you of our game day sponsor, Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need at all the lowest prices.
So we'll begin the top of the second inning now.
Let's see how aggressive Menomonee Falls comes out in the top of the second.
That pitch is just a little bit high, about the letters of the Falls jersey, so 1-0. Yeah, this is like the second time we've done Whitefish Bay on Zaleski Sports. Basketball, we had them on, not at Whitefish Bay. It was at Germantown, part of the Warhawk Classic. And then now here for baseball. We knew we had to come here for baseball. It's the Dynamite Sport here, so it's Callie Geiger at the plate now for Menomonee Falls.
To bring up right across the street again, Whitefish Bay High School. Just over a month and a half ago, almost 2 months, we called the Racine Park versus Waterford boys sectional basketball final.
Geiger rips that one foul. Yeah, that was
where Racine Park made history.
Nikki Vucci, the pitcher for Menomonee, Whitefish Bay on the mound this afternoon. I forgot to mention that last thing with how many fireworks we had.
Was it 2-1 count?
Yeah, so Vucci sets here now. 2-1 count now on Geiger. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike two.
How about that? I don't think we've had a quicker inning to start the year, Matt Peck.
Yeah, I doubt we had. I doubt we've had.
I mean, that was an 8-minute inning, first inning.
And that actually had a run scored, which was a home run. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball three.
I knew that caught you off guard, too, because you saw it right away.
But the problem is I didn't even know who was batting.
Yeah.
And I had to wait till the batter after to know with the home run because the game changer didn't load up yet. 3-2 now on the batter, and that one's inside, ball four. So Geiger with a leadoff walk to start the top of the second. So it's Nick Alberg now at the plate for Menomonee Falls with a runner on first base. Here's the pitch. A little bit high, ball one. Vucci sets. Looks back at first. Throws back to first. Geiger back in time. You're definitely going to be looking for steals on an afternoon like today.
Morning.
I mean, yeah, you're right. We're still in the morning. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to third. And he's going to try to go to second. Try to turn. Nope, cannot turn the double play. That was Krieger over there at third. Schoenman puts the tag on second, so it's a fielder's choice out for Alberg. And there'll be one down now in the top of the second.
No press box here at Cahill Park, but a very beautiful facility they got here.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got remodeled playgrounds all over the place. They got a tennis match. WIAA tennis matches right across the street. I think it's Hartford and Whitefish Bay, right?
Yeah, we saw a Hartford van over there. We were looking for parking to try to avoid the street because there's only street parking around here, and I didn't want my car to get hit by a foul ball. But I found my spot a little bit down the street by houses over there. So now
you don't get insurance?
Well, I do, but who wants to go through that?
Yeah, that's true.
Conert the batter now for Menomonee Falls. He takes a strike, so it's quickly 0-1.
It's like almost like what are the higher chances get your car getting hit by a foul ball, or are you getting hit by a deer in the middle of the night?
That's true.
It's kind of one of those scenarios.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, outside, throw back to first, and not in time. So no balls, 2 strikes on Conard. Alberg kind of got a scare over there. Whitefish Bay's been looking at him. So Viducci sets. He's at 17 pitches here. 1 out here in the second.
Definitely feels nice.
Back to first again. It's safe, and they're getting closer almost every time. Every time you're looking like, ooh, does he got him? No.
Definitely feels nice when we get a peek of that sun come through
Oh, yeah.
today on a day where it's really windy outside. Breaking the wind as well.
Throws back to first. They're going to get him this. No, they got him. Yes. You knew they were going to get him this time. And then now Tim Gotzler wants time, the manager for Menomonee Falls. Let's see if I can hear him. Maybe he's asking, maybe the pitcher called time or something. It sounded like that's what he was asking about.
That was an amazing play, though. I mean,
So Viducci, he's been looking over there, and Keene put the plane down at first, but we're going to see what this is about. He's definitely probably protesting the call. Maybe there was a time called before that, and therefore that's why the runner was so far off. He's asking about that.
you kind of figure in a way, right, that I mean, you can't really overturn the call, right? But you can,
Yeah.
right? But
You
gotta
could say,
kinda-
well, I called time or something beforehand, the umpire, but there was never a time called, so they're going to stick with the call. So it's a
Yeah.
pickoff for Whitefish Bay. Yeah, so I just heard the umpire tell the catcher I didn't call time. So there must have been an argument that maybe the umpire called
sounds
time.
like flashbacks from your Pony League Rockies opening night.
Yeah.
Ejection, right? Almost happened.
Yeah, it was
You were pretty close.
first
there.
game, too. And that one's on the ground. Krieger's been busy over the third. He's going to throw into first, high and away. And he's safe. So Koner legs that one out.
I think they're gonna call that base hit because that was a really low.
Yeah,
liner.
that was a slow roller. It would have been tough even if he would have fielded that cleanly and got the throw over there. So I think if I'm a scorer, I'm calling that a base hit, and I'm sure they will too, this being a high school game. Oh, no, they're going to reach on air. So Caden Kosnick now, the batter for Menomonee Falls at the plate now with 2 outs. Runner decided almost was going to go, and that's strike 1. Koner thought about it. He went halfway and went back. Throws back to first again, and there's been so many pickoff attempts this inning. But Viducci, he's not going to stop because one of them has already worked today. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped to left. Base hit for Kosnick. So 2 on now for the Phoenix. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Nolan Bolin, the catcher now. So time is called now. Regano and Viducci will talk it over. So 2 on now, 2 outs. And Bowen is the 9th hitter in the lineup, and they'll have to go back and face the kid who hits the home run if Bowen gets on, who hit the home run to start this game on the first pitch. So
I think the wind might have had a little bit of a factor to carry that one out of here, though, because
Yeah.
that ball was carrying.
here's the pitch. That one's ripped to second. Schoenman on to first in time. And Whitefish Bay escapes the jam, 2 on, 2 outs. We head to the bottom of the second inning, still 1-0 Menomonee Falls.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Backpack Elijah Vanxalata here for the bottom of the second inning between Whitefish Bay and Menomonee Falls. Still a 1-0 lead for Menomonee Falls. They came on the first pitch of the game, if you're just joining us. A solo home run by Lindy. And he's due up next inning to start the inning. So
only one and a half innings through the game, and we're 20 minutes through.
Yeah.
We're already flying here, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of scoring so far yet, though.
No, that's kind of why we're flying. But you know, some of these bigger powerhouse teams that are really good known to be at baseball, I'm always expected to come in the game and not be a lot of scoring because I'm like, they're going to probably have really good pitching. But you know, we said that last time with Tremper and Franklin on the other day, or no, there was a different game we said that too even. And Pewaukee and Sussex Hamilton, I said they're not going to score a lot of runs. And look what happened. We were at like 7-7 in the third inning.
I mean, Tremper in our last game, like you said, it was very close. I mean, it got closer
Yeah.
with the reserves coming in.
So Shane Field will lead off for Whitefish Bay in the bottom of the second inning here now. Pitch is low and outside. Ball. Oh, no, strike one. I couldn't tell from here. We're sitting a little bit low here.
Yeah,
So maybe that pitch might have touched the corner. On the camera, you probably can see better than us.
They kind of got the brick wall.
Pitch is low outside that time, ball one.
They got the brick wall set up here. You could tell. I mean, I think it was a couple years ago they remodeled this, right? They kind of like redid everything here at Cahill Park.
And get this right. Steve Hill, the Menomonee Falls pitcher, only had 5 pitches last inning. That one's on the ground to short. Lindy makes the play on to first in time. Nice play by the shortstop, Lindy. So now one down. Schoenfeld is retired.
I just think this game's going so fast because I think both pitchers are really trying to attack. I mean, our hitters are trying to attack the pitcher. They get both pitchers on both teams giving really good pitches early on. It depends on who wants to hit the ball out here.
Charlie Hoven now the batter for Whitefish Bay. One down here in the bottom of the second inning.
Clearly, Menomonee Falls was right on top of it right away, hitting a first pitch home run. I mean,
yeah, that's for sure.
Nothing else after that, though.
That one's in the air to center. Catching back is Alberg. He'll make the catch. 2 down here now in the second inning.
Man. Should we give him a hint at something special we got coming next Saturday?
Yeah.
Next Saturday we'll be having a broadcast at American Family Field.
Miller Park.
Yeah. I still call it that too. But
yeah, I do too.
If I want to be the more professional side of it, to call it the right way. It's Menomonee against, was it Northland Pines?
Yeah.
Boys baseball. 2 teams not from around here. Obviously, Menomonee, a coverage team from up north.
Mitch Krieger, the batter now. Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one.
One of our coverage teams down here.
Yeah, so 2-0 now on Krieger.
But just last week, we did Dominican versus Shorewood Brown Deer at the Hellfair Field right outside of Miller Park.
Pretty soon we'll be doing the Brewers.
Yeah.
I don't know how fun that would be right now, but we would try. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Scoring 0 runs isn't fun.
Yeah.
I tell you, I didn't have time to watch the game yesterday. I'm kind of glad.
I had it on between the NBA game. I'm like, you know what? The NBA game's a blowout. Might as well just keep the NBA game on because at least they're scoring. And that one's driven deep to right field. Going back on it at the wall, and it's off the wall. Krieger hustling to second. The throw coming in. They got him. Wow, what a play out there.
Big defense for Menomonee Falls. I tell you what, their defense has been winning them this game other than that home run, Matt Peck.
Yeah, so now we head to the third inning. Fireworks to start this game. 1-0 Menomonee Falls still.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Rich,
creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, top of the third inning here now. Lots of fireworks early on here between both teams. Menomonee Falls with the play right off the wall, throw him out at second base without a cutoff man, too. That was a great play out there by the right fielder. We'll head to now the third inning between Whitefish Bay and Menomonee Falls. Still the only run coming off the first pitch of the game with the home run. And Lindy, who hit the home run, is due up here to start the top of the third.
How about that, too? I mean, it really just shows. I mean, Menomonee Falls, they really haven't done too much other than that home run, right?
Yeah.
You got to give both teams credit, though. I mean, they're making good contact. They're just not getting the exact contact they want.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the leadoff hitter is Henry Lindy. Henry Lynn. Okay, so the end of the letters are silent.
Front
so
runner for Highlight House Player of the Game.
Yeah, he's got the only run for Whitefish Bay, and don't be surprised he takes a juicy cut again. That one's inside ball one. He's already seen more pitches than last at bat. So the man responsible for making it 1-0 comes up. Here's the pitch, inside ball two.
Still tentative on our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee schedule as well, but
that one's ripped to left. That one's going to get down the line possibly. If it lands fair, it does. And Lynn trailing for second. Throw coming in. Not in time. Just got in there that time. Beautiful throw from the left fielder, Bruzewitz.
Lynn is a triple and a single away from the second.
Yeah, he's on. Single's not the hard one to get. It's the triple. Well, after the home run, the triple is the hard one to get.
Going back to what I was saying, though, I mean, next Friday, our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee schedule, we have a tentative open, but we're going to get a game next Friday.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
And obviously next Saturday, the Miller Park game.
Yep.
I'm going to call it that.
So Lynn now at second now for Drew Brownie at the plate. Here's the pitch. He rips that one foul to the left side.
A lot of contact on both sides.
So Vinici sets now at the mound. Runner on second, throws back to second, tries to do the tricky pickoff move to second. You know, that's always the dangerous one, trying to turn around, try to pick the runner off at second. You get picked off at second, you're probably really in trouble because you have time to see the guy turn around and all those kind of different things. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped foul again to the left side. Keep in mind, Menomonee Falls did have a runner picked off in the second or I think it was the first. Menomonee Falls actually with 4 hits today, but 1 run. Here's the pitch, no balls, 2 strikes now on Brownie, the batter. Turns around, throws a second again, and he's back safely.
He had one back in that last inning.
Yeah.
He tried it like 2 to 3 times, and then he finally got it on that like 3rd or 4th as a charm time.
Here's the pitch. One's high and away, ball 1. Menomonee Falls, coached by Tim Gotzler. Used to be at, I think, Catholic Memorial before coming to Menomonee Falls. He's been there for many years now, but I think he was at Catholic Memorial before that. And then Whitefish Bay, Zach Hayes, his second year, took over once Jay Wojcinski departed for Germantown. And that one's on the ground to the pitcher, Vinici, and he's going to miss it, and everybody's going to be safe. Kind of gets under his glove. Wait a minute, that went foul.
Oh.
He never touched it. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even realize that.
Man, the wind really blew that. I thought it kicked off his leg.
Yeah. I thought because he touched it, it was going to stay fair.
The wind blew that ball away. I mean, from our angle, it just looked like, I mean,
Well, I thought it was going to be conceded fair because it looked like he touched it with his gloves. Therefore, he touched it fair. But obviously, he didn't. He obviously must have saw the path and been like, okay.
The brick wall blinded us again.
So, 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Brownie. He steps back in now. Vidici sets. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped. Foul down the left field line. So it'll still be 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Brownie. Vidici's pitch count at 29. You're not bad in the 3rd inning. Both pitchers have really good pitch count early on. Both could shape up if their performance levels are there to pitch 7 innings right now. Pitch hits him on 2 strikes. So now it'll be 1st and 2nd, no outs. Keep in mind you're in one of those situations too. Balls popped up in the infield, the batter's automatically out. Infield fly rule. Time is called by the Whitefish Bay pitching coach. There'll be a meeting on the mound. And now is the perfect time to be reminded that you can visit Marshfield. Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 30th and 31st. Visit marshfield.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. Probably about 3 hours from you, Whitefish Bay and Menomonee Falls folks, but I guess it's fun from what we've been told. That's coming up at the end of the month.
We're going.
Yeah, we're going. That's right, we're going.
Locked in to go.
That's an early split, and Whitefish Bay kind of in a danger zone on defense, 1st and 2nd, and there's still no outs here in the top of the 3rd. So Matthew Nemec now will come up for Menomonee Falls. So Vidici steps in now. Here's a pitch, throw back to 2nd. Wow, they're playing that game over there. They're asking for it. I don't mind it. Someone's sitting in the audience, but the thing I potentially concerned about is a throwaway. So Nemec on timeout. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. So he starts off with a strike. Really big cut that time by Nemec. So Vidici steps back in now. Here's a pitch, shows bunt, pulls back, and strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now on Nemec. And that one's inside, ball 1. Nearly 2 straight hit batters. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So if Rip fouls, so stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whitefish Bay, historically known as a baseball town. They're known for that famous man, the Chicago Cubs manager now, Craig Counsell. His son also went here, part of that state championship run, Brady Counsell.
I think one of his daughters is on the, basketball team too?
Northwestern now, Brady Counsell. He was at Michigan, transferred to Northwestern as soon as Craig Counsell became the Cubs manager.
Was it Jack or?
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Jack Counsell. Oh, my goodness. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I think there's an Owen Counsell and a Brady Counsell.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of kids. And he's the manager of the Cubs now. And that one's ripped foul to the right side. And when the Whitefish Bay won the state championship, he was still the Brewers manager at the time.
I will say
He was up there and he witnessed it.
I mean, as a Brewers fan, like, we're all like not happy about it, but I mean, I respect his decision for. I mean, I would have done the same for how much money he's making down
Well, we're on the mic, so I respect his decision.
there. Maybe for now.
Yeah. That one is called strike 3. Nemec goes down looking, and there's one down now. So Van Zandy, Logan Van Zandy, the batter now with 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch outside, and that gets back to the backstop, and that's going to take away the double play scenario and put runners in scoring position for Menomonee Falls. Ball gets past Riga now, and it'll be 2nd and 3rd now with 1 out. Menomonee Falls, they pretty much just got to put the ball in play in the right spot, and they'll get a run here. Either a sac fly, slow roller grounder, one of those things. Pitch is in there for a strike, so 1 ball, 1 strike. So Logan Van Zandy steps back in. Here's the pitch, and that one's outside. It's going to get away, and we are 2-0 ball game. Lind comes home and scores, and Menomonee Falls with the 2-run lead now. And Brownie moves up to 3rd. So still 1 out, now a runner on 3rd. Pitch is low in the dirt, ball 3, so 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped in the air to right field. Going back at the wall. It's out of here! A 2-run homer for Logan Van Zandy. And Menomonee Falls with the 4-0 lead.
A lot of pop in the bats today from Menomonee Falls. But troubles on the mound for Whitefish Bay. Lost the command a little bit, and then kind of had to put it in the zone and gave him a meatball. And that one got out in a hurry for a 2-run home run. Yeah,
so now a 4-0 game and a meeting on the mound.
Whitefish Bay Menomonee Falls not messing around today.
No, they're not. Early on, they had some struggles early on in the season. They got swept by Sussex Hamilton, opened up the season. Sussex Hamilton officially Greater Metro Conference champions as well. What a turnaround that team has had. We saw them a couple weeks ago against Pewaukee.
Not just their baseball program either. Their softball program is where they win-loss too.
Yeah, they're right up there too.
So their spring sports, it's safe to say that. It's taken a really good swing so far this season.
Geiger takes a high ball 1. Yeah, it's windy today and ball's flying today. Ball's inside and it hits somebody.
I'm holding on the camera for dear life, man. I'm just hoping this thing doesn't blow over.
2 balls, no strikes.
The wind is really helping the balls carry for Menomonee Falls though on those 2 home runs that they hit. Tell you what, when he had put contact on that ball right away, I knew that second one was going to be.
Yeah, he was going back. I said, oh, he's running out of room. And that one's ripped right off the leg of Geiger. That one always hurts. Especially when pitches are coming fast. You rip that one right off your leg. Never feels good.
That coach is smiling at him.
Coach is like, get back in there. I'm kidding.
He's like, shake it off. Now he's how's he? He's putting the shin guard on now for
Don't blame him.
precaution.
I don't blame him. So Menomonee Falls, like we mentioned before, 4th place team right now in the Greater Metro Conference. Whitefish Bay, a 2nd place team in that North Shore. Whitefish Bay had a highly anticipated game yesterday against Slinger that was postponed. They'll play again next Saturday here. Slinger, one of those up-and-coming teams as well, up on the North Shore. Having a really good year. A lot of big wins. North Shore in general is just key this year. And that one, nice pick back there by Riggin now. So now still only 1 out. And it's 3-1 now on Geiger. So Geiger steps back in now. Here's the pitch, and that one is rip foul. He's staying alive, staying alive.
His pitch count's got to be getting up there, right?
Yeah, it's at 45. But, you know, which isn't bad even for the 3rd inning. You know, he just had a really low pitch count to start with all those fast innings. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count now. Viducci's going to need this strikeout here. And that one's ripped and caught at shortstop by Walter.
What a good play to give it a go for Walter, man.
Yeah, he made a great play over there. Nice diving play, and he gave it a go.
That's a really good deal for Whitefish Bay if you could get out of this one right here.
Yeah. All right, so 2 down now here.
Oh.
Alberg now the batter, strike 1. Nick Alberg.
Pretty long inning for
pretty
Menomonee
decent crowd here this morning too. A lot of Menomonee Falls fans even here too.
Yep.
No matter which way you go, you got to face what do you got to face when you come either way? The orange barrels. Boy.
What?
The orange barrels, construction.
Oh yeah.
That's pitches in there, strike 2.
I thought you were meaning like a team or something. I was
No.
like, what?
43, 41, 48, 94, everything's ripped up.
Yeah, but by the north side of Milwaukee.
50 years from now, it'll still be ripped up. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
It's not a fun thing to drive through.
Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped to third. Nice play over there at third. Turns around, throws to first. Not in time. Krieger made the diving play, but just wasn't able to get.
I still think you gotta call
Alberg.
that an infield base
Oh,
hit,
that's
'cause that was
definitely
a hard
an
hit ball.
Definitely infield hit there.
I think that if that goes down the line though, he saved
a
a
double.
double.
Yeah, that's
He
a
saved
double.
one.
Always limit bases. So now Logan Conert, the batter. And Menomonee Falls is up to 5 hits on the day.
That's it.
Yeah, seems like more. So 2 down now. Conert the batter. And that one's up in the air to center field. Underneath it is McIntyre. He makes the catch. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. 3 runs from Menomonee Falls on a home run and a pass ball. We'll be back with Whitefish Bay's at bat after this.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com. More community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, the bottom of the 3rd inning here from Cahill Park here in Whitefish Bay. It's a 4-0 Menomonee Falls lead, and 3 of those runs have come via home runs. Solo home run in the 1st, and then a 2-run home run in the top of the inning, and then a pass ball in the last inning too. So that's how Menomonee Falls has played 4 runs home. This Whitefish Bay looking to get on the board or get some hits to thread in here. like I said, beautiful setup this morning here in Whitefish Bay. We got the, like Elijah said before, the Blackstone grill back there. We got the whole street zipped up.
The food is
the trucks pull up and the food is free.
They've said free, but I mean,
Donations.
donations.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had cash on me, I'd definitely give a donation.
I got cash. Well, I'll give us our donation. Well, that's our rights fee for broadcasting.
Yeah.
The donation. We joke about that.
Food smells really good though back there. I'll tell you what, I haven't ate all day yet, so.
So yeah, that's true. That's cheaper than the $1,000 rights fee one school wanted us in the football playoffs last year.
Yeah, that wasn't super fun.
Yeah, the game ended up being fun, but the beforehand was interesting. Rigonell, the batter now for Whitefish Bay, and he takes that one low and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think his pitch count's got to be pretty low too, right?
Yeah.
Because
it's only
2 innings flew by for Whitefish.
It's only at 16 in the 3rd inning. He's at 16 pitches. Pitches low and outside, 2-1.
He has a couple pitches to waste here. I mean,
oh yeah, absolutely.
No waste. 4-run lead as well. Can afford maybe a 1 base runner on.
That one's on the ground to 3rd. Will that stay fair? It will. On to 1st. Throw is in time. Nice play by Kozanek over there at 3rd. So now Dylan Keene, the batter for Whitefish Bay here. Ball 1 outside. I'll talk about this. I remember when these two played at State in 2023 in this quarterfinal game, the first game of the whole tournament at 2023, and when Whitefish Bay, that was like an 8-inning game, I think. It was quite a game to start off the tournament. But that's why I knew there was a lot of history coming in this matchup, even though being non-conference. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Keene. Whitefish Bay went from beating, they beat Menomonee Falls to Spash, Stevens Point, and then it was Hortonville in the state championship.
Tell you what, Hortonville that year, I mean, I knew you were there. I wasn't able to make it, but the crowd they brought out, that was something special, I heard.
Yeah, they sold out the stadium. There was only a little bit of blue in the stadium.
You were sending me like videos and all that stuff. I was like, man, this feels like
busier than a Timber Rathers game.
Hearing the crowd on TV,
it
just like sounded like a different environment.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, and that one's in the air. 3rd base side. Going back on it, the shortstop will make the play in fair territory is Lynn. So 2 down now in the bottom of the 3rd.
I don't think we really even given enough credit so far tonight to Menomonee Falls defense.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like 3 guys around the area. I mean, the sun started to peek through. They were all battling the sun for a second. One of the guys ended up coming down with it. But I mean, the pitch count's still got to be pretty low. I mean, getting a couple outs already.
Yeah, so now Brusewitz will come up. That's Noah Brusewitz. He rips that one foul right to the screen. I didn't jump this time. Maybe because the brick's right in front of me.
Brick wall could save you from a 100 mile per hour liner.
Yeah, sure.
I tell you what, I mean, if there was no, like, I know it sounds stupid to say it. I'll say it after this pitch.
That one's on the ground. And that one is nice play over there by Lynn on to 1st, and it gets away. If he would have made that play, that would have been something special.
Their defense has been special all day. But going back to what I was saying, I feel like it would be stupid that I say this, but if they didn't have a fence here, I would definitely want to try to broadcast in the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if these bricks are here, every time a pitch comes, I'm ducking my head and looking at the camera and looking at the laptop.
Yeah, it's definitely a state law or a federal law. You have to have a fence at a baseball field.
Oh, yeah.
Or some kind of, or a net.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Because nobody would sit behind home plates.
Even at the elementary school that we kind of live by, I mean, they have a fence there.
That one gets by on the pickoff attempt. Brusewitz will take off for 2nd. And Menomonee Falls Whitefish Bay with a runner in scoring position now.
Hopefully I'm not rooting for anybody, obviously, but hopefully I didn't jinx the defense from Menomonee Falls.
You know, the play by Lynn over there over the middle, it was tough because he kind of bobbled it and he was on the run trying to make the throw. It was a tough play.
I think he barehanded that with his right hand, too.
And he almost still made the play. I mean, the throw would have been clean. He would have had him out because the runner was not at 1st yet.
That's the stuff you work on before the game and in practices, though.
So now McIntyre will step in now. 1 for 1 today. He's the guy to do it. Possibly get this runner home. Pitch is just outside. Ball 1-0. Here's the pitch. Called, strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down now here in the 3rd inning as well. Throws back. Ooh, we almost got him.
I thought he had him for a sec there.
A lot of crazy pickoff plays today. Here's the pitch outside. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike now.
So he's got a really big lead on second base.
Yeah, that's why they're throwing at him. A lot of guys have had big leads over there today.
It's like we got some of the Whitefish Bay girls soccer players coming in to check in on some of the baseball action.
It's the boys team that's really good, or the soccer girls?
I want to almost say both.
Yeah, I think both are. Ooh, that's foul out the bat. You heard the hand in that too.
I will say I think their boys team got the #1 seed in the fall, and they went pretty far. I think in D1, Green Bay Preble won soccer for boys.
Oh,
soccer,
really?
Yeah. You know, it's a team that's always unstoppable in our area for boys soccer, though. Marquette. Boys.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Menomonee Falls knows Marquette well.
Seems
Same
like the
conference.
last couple of years, Oak Creek and Marquette have been that sectional final game.
Yeah, that one's outside, ball 3.
Gee, I think it was Franklin last year that was in that sectional final. Definitely this fall, we're going to try to get, some boys soccer on as well around the area.
Yeah, we got to get some of the good teams on.
And
haven't started yet, but we're going to start in a couple of weeks, emailing for our football games this fall. A lot of good games this fall.
We won't reveal it till around beginning of August, though, because we want to do our
we want to do a show.
Try something new and do a show.
And swing and a miss, strike 3. We head to the 4th inning. Menomonee Falls still with the 4-0 lead. Whitefish Bay Strands 1.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Are back.
Top of the 4th inning here now from Cahill Park. 4-0 lead still for the Menomonee Falls Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to miss something special tonight, I'm going to highlight some of our Racine County athletes. Some of our Racine County athletes that we know of are participating in the Rotary Prom tonight. You can watch that on TV on My 24 Milwaukee. The Rotary Prom taking place.
Is it on their YouTube?
Yeah,
too?
it is too.
Yeah.
It's at the fairgrounds in Racine and Union Grove. But we have we do some Racine County games, so we have a lot of Racine County subscribers as well too. So
is it all the
Racine County schools? So it's the Prairie School, Park,
private too?
Yeah, Case, Lutheran, St. Cat's. I don't think Waterford or Burlington are involved, like it's because they're in Racine County too. I think it's just
it's pretty much just Racine.
Just say east of 94. That's pretty much what it is.
Kind of like their city teams, right?
Yeah.
Like just outside their city.
City, and then you got Park, and then Park, Case, Horlick, and then you got St. Cat's, Prairie School, and Lutheran. Racine stacked with a lot of teams, a lot of schools.
Waterford, if it was a little bit more west, it would be Walworth, right?
Yeah. Burlington's still in Racine County, too. Yeah, Lake Geneva's that first one that's in Walworth. You know, one of these days we got to do a broadcast down there, Lake Geneva. Highlight the town before, take a video of the town. The town's always nice.
We can't say we haven't done a game down there
before. Yeah, we did one time on the radio. Playoff football.
Oak Creek versus Lake Geneva Badger.
Round 1 a couple of years ago. That was quite an interesting game. That was a seed mess up in that one.
Took a look at champs in their city.
Yeah, that was a legendary visit.
Oh yeah.
I make that a go-to every time I go to Lake Geneva, just like Whitefish Bay, which I'm not here very often, so I can't say what I make a go-to here.
Lake Geneva, I mean, I've only been there a few times, but it's a really nice city.
I try to make it down there at least once every summer.
With the lake, too?
Yeah. You got to pay to get on the beach there. Just to swim there, you have to pay. That's how you know it's a tourist town. Anyways, meanwhile, back here in the top of the 4th inning, Kozenek, the leadoff hitter for Menomonee Falls here. He's 1 for 1 today.
I don't want to sound like an idiot, but the lake is called Lake Geneva, right?
Yes.
I don't go down there.
Yeah. So now 1 ball, 1 strike. Interesting.
That's what I was about to say, too.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Kozenek. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to third. Well, it's fair ball down the line. Just got over the third base bag, and it's going to be a long single. And a leadoff single for Kozenek.
We've rarely seen sequences from Menomonee Falls today where they haven't made contact with the ball.
Yeah.
Even their outs have been hard liners. Not even an hour into the game, we're in the 4th already.
I know.
Almost at the hour mark.
So Bowen now the batter for Menomonee Falls. And that one's popped up. Foul on the bunt. He showed bunt as well. So Bowen steps back in now. Here's the pitch. Bunt is pulled away. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowen today 0 for 1. Meanwhile, Menomonee Falls, forgot to mention this, they have a new pitcher. Whitefish Bay, Bo Berndt. Bo Berndt is their new pitcher. Back to first. The pickoffs are still active out there. So 1 ball, 1 strikes, no outs. Pitch is outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So Burnett now sets. Runner on first, that's Kozenek. Throws back to first again! Ooh, almost got him. That must be in the Whitefish Bay playbook today. Keep throwing back to first. I wonder if the game changer tells you pickoff attempts.
He's had several of them today already.
I don't think they do. That one's popped up, foul. So they're still trying to show bunt now, so 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the batter, Bowen. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now, no outs still for the Whitefish Bay defense. Bowen steps back in now. Here's a pitch and called, strike 3. Must have hit the lower corner, so it's 1 down. Henry Lynn is up now. Definitely a dangerous hitter to their face right now. 2 for 2 today. 1 RBI, which was the home run to lead off the game. Back to first. Nice stop over there by Keene, the first baseman. Able to keep the bounce right in front of him. And the pickoff attempts continue. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. 1 down now here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to second. Shown on to first. Goes to first. And they got him. Double play out of the inning. Second to short to first. And Menomonee Falls is retired. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still a 4-0 lead for the Phoenix.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
All right,
back here on Zaleski Sports. Let's go down a little history lane. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. To give a little history lesson for the inning here. So we got some special memorialized bricks below us here. We see one, class of 88, class of 90, Jen and Craig. John and Jan. Parents of Craig Council, current Chicago Cubs manager and former Milwaukee Brewer manager. And his Craig Council, a 88 graduate here at Whitefish Bay High School, 1988. His wife Jennifer, a 1990 graduate here. They got some reservable bricks down here right below where we're sitting actually. Just, reservable bricks about. And then you got the whole Council family, Craig, Michelle, Brady, Jack, Finley, and Rowan. So you kind of know why I kind of got confused with all those names. There is no Owen. That's a different. I think there's a kid with an Owen Council that's not related to him, but we did a game with an Owen Council. So Jack Council's the one we were referring to with the state championship team.
Yeah, Jack's the one. I
don't know why I thought it was Brady.
Age, right?
Yeah, he's the one that's our age. At Northwestern now, I believe, and that one's bunted to start the inning.
That's going to be
off
a
the
base
mound.
hit.
Yeah, that's going to be a base hit. Nice play over there by the leadoff for Menomonee Falls. For Whitefish Bay.
Had a couple score updates that I found at Game Changer. Oak Creek defeated Greendale 3-2. Wow, that was a close battle there. And Greenfield 10-3 lead on Kenosha Tremper.
Oh, that's something. I'll tell you that. Probably their A game of the year. Mussolini now was the who bunted for a base hit. And Chase Wolter now the hitter for Whitefish Bay now with one guy on, no out. Here's the pitch, called strike 1. Pickoff attempts have been high by both teams today. They have been concerned about runners taking off. Ball's outside. It's a 1-ball, 1 strike now. Mussolini takes the lead over there. First swing and a miss, strike 2. And Whitefish Bay, you know, they probably want to get the bats moving here. Down 4-0 here, and it's already the bottom of the fourth. You think about it, after this inning, you only got 3 or more opportunities to bat, which seems like a lot, but that's only 9 more outs of hitting. And you got to hold Menomonee Falls score this too. So you definitely want to try to get threatened a little bit this inning here. Time is called. Meanwhile, there's 1 ball, 2 strikes. On to first. It's pretty much like they're playing catch at this point. And warm-ups.
You think there's going to be a day in high school where they do implement that MLB rule? Where
if they want the games to go faster, yes. Runner goes, and that one's fouled to the back screen.
I saw you flinch.
I think sooner or later, like once we're doing this like 5 or 10 years, we won't even move a muscle because we'll be so used to it. But it depends though, because at some stadiums we're in the corner and some stadiums we're right behind home plate. Like at Franklin the other day, we were in the corner. Today we're behind home plate. Dockhound Stadium, we're in the corner. Here's the pitch. And called strike 3. Outside corner. So 1 down now. Wolter called out on strikes.
Say Whitefish Bay's jerseys look a lot like the Dodgers, like kind of throwback jerseys, right?
Yeah. Throws back and not in time. Expect the pickoff move every batter.
Been a lot of close calls on that.
Oh, yeah. That umpire in the outfield's busy today. Here's the pitch. Pitch is high. Throw down to second is.
Oh, out of the
ball's
glove.
dropped.
I think that stays in his glove. He's out.
Oh, yeah. Mussolini steals second. Schoenfeld now the batter. He's up 1-0 on the count. So runner on second now, 1 out. That's Mussolini. Schoenfeld steps in now, the batter's box, up 1-0. Pitch is outside, ball 2. How long until we have, you said how long do we have pitch count or like that throwback attempts? Yeah. How long until we have robot umpires in high school? Well, the MLB doesn't even have them yet, so.
I mean, they already started to get into that game of the pitch comp thing,
yeah.
Right?
Well, they got robot umpires in minor league baseball. Pitch is in there for a strike, so 2 balls, 1 strike. So 1 down now. Schoenfeld up 2-1 now in the batter's box. Throw back to second. Ooh, just got in that glove.
Saw the shortstop. He was like really just like
he was
kind
peeking,
of toying around with it, and then they finally actually got to it.
He was peeking, that's for sure.
I think that was like a split second, faster. He's out.
Yeah.
Like that was just missed right there.
Here's the pitch. Pitch is high. 3 balls, 1 strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out now on Schoenfeld. Here's the pitch, and that one is ripped in the air to center. No, it's going to be dropped for a base hit. Looked like it was going to be caught at first, and runners will be on the corners now. Schoenfeld with a base hit to center.
It's probably one of the biggest threats that you've seen Whitefish Bay have all night, all afternoon so far.
Yeah. Charlie Hoven now 0 for 1 today.
He's got a hit, you said?
He's 0 for 1.
Oh.
Schoenfeld at first. Base hit, last pitch.
The last thing you want if you're Whitefish Bay here is an inning-ending double play after you
I
put
think
a
they
threat
faced
up.
that last inning.
But I would not be surprised if you see the runner at first steal second to try to
I'm trying to
get out of that.
I just wish I had the stat on how many pickoff attempts today.
It's got to be at least
And
10.
I'm not going back and counting all of them. That one's in the air to right field.
That should
Carrying
be
back.
enough.
And Conert makes the catch. 2 down. A sac fly for Hoven. And Whitefish Bay is on the board for the first time today. It's 4 to 1.
Does the job. I mean, get on the board. Get the goose egg off the board.
That's correct. That's correct, Bryce. So now it is Mitch Krieger with two down now. 4 to 1 game. He's 1 for 1 today.
After this game, these two teams will have their varsity reserve game. That seems like a pretty good big pattern with two teams outside of conference that play Saturday games, right?
Yeah. That one's in there for strike, and that's a big one up north. Varsity reserve games are bigger up north because, like, sometimes you won't even play a regular varsity game. They'll just travel and play a varsity reserve game. Like Kimberly and Bayport, they'll pick a Monday and they'll just play a varsity reserve game, not even a regular game.
2 Saturdays ago, we had a varsity reserve game after our game of
Yeah.
Sussex Hamilton and Pewaukee.
We didn't quite make it through the whole game.
Nope.
Not our fault, but so far we're good on pace. But was there any wood to knock on here?
The most unfortunate news for us to that game ended up really close.
Yeah. And that one's rep foul.
I will say, when we first started doing this, though, last year, oh my gosh, I would flinch every time for the foul balls. We're getting a lot better at that, though. I mean,
Yeah.
just gotta think that. I mean, metal is pretty sturdy, right?
Yeah.
For how hard these liners are.
Pitch is outside, called, strike 3. So now we head to the 5th inning. Whitefish Bay gets a run home. It's a 4 to 1 game, and Menomonee Falls coming to bat.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 5th inning here from Cahill Park here in Whitefish Bay. It's a 4 to 1 lead for the Menomonee Falls Phoenix while we're here on this crisp morning. It's a little windy, but the sun keeps coming in and out. It's a nice day.
When the sun comes out, it feels
I know.
very nice.
I wore shorts all week. The first day I'm not wearing shorts.
I don't think you're going to be able to next week either in the 50 degrees as the high. We're going to be going back to kind of like that early spring type weather, right? I guess you could say. I'm not saying it's like winter, obviously.
The
but
boring weather.
Yeah. We got a taste of summer yesterday, though.
Yeah, we did.
And the last 2 days, I should say.
Well, that's for sure.
Yesterday, I mowed the lawn. I mean, that was like peak.
Yesterday, I walked around my yard in boredom. Pitch is in there for a ball 1 to start the inning.
Back home for the summer, college. Our sophomore year complete.
That's right. So
Can't even believe it, man.
2 balls, no strikes.
Time is really flying when you're not having fun. I mean, making new friends, obviously, in college, but, I mean,
Time is flying. You're right.
I'm not gonna miss it when I'm done with classes.
2 balls, 1 strike. We'll be in the working world in a couple years.
Yeah, that's a scary feeling.
What am I saying? We're in the working world today.
Yeah.
We got our equipment here. We got the car parked down the street, and that one's ripped to left center. That will get down. We'll plug the gap. Good cutoff there by the left fielder, Bruisewitz. But Brownie leads it off with a base hit. Brownie now 1 for 2 today. So now Matthew Nemec will come up.
Oh, there's another pickoff.
Yep. We knew we were due for it when we got a runner on base.
Kind of saw it right when he put it in his glove. I was like, yeah, I feel like it's coming. It's kind of predictable.
Yeah.
He's peeking over once again. I think he might be.
Here's the pitch. Goes home this time. Ball 1. Throws back to first and not in time. Bern Wren has been really looking at first over there. And so was the last pitcher for Whitefish Bay. That one's ripped in the air to left. Going back on it to the wall. And it's out of here!
Goodness.
Oh my goodness, another home run for the Phoenix. Matthew Nemec now.
What did Coach feed those boys this morning?
Tim Gotzer, what are you giving those kids over there? He's giving them pretty good barrels on the bats today, that's for sure.
3rd home run of the day, Matt Peck. And let's see the celebration as they head back to the dugout. Wow. The 2nd 2-run home run of the day. Unbelievable. This time, this one goes to left field.
Yeah, Morgan Van Zandy now at the plate, but guess what? He hit a home run last time he was up too.
Oh boy, back-to-back, Coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitches outside, ball 1.
We rarely see high school home runs at the games we're at, and we've seen 3
Battery
today.
at 3 today, like you said, yeah.
The lucky day. It's a lucky day for you. You get the special treatment after you've never called a home run before.
They're like, I'll have to tell Tim Gotzer that after the game, and he'll probably say, "Why don't you do every one of our games then?" Who made that? Oh, Kyle Fieger made that joke, the Germantown coach, because he said every time we come, they win. Until the one game we did, they actually lost. A couple days later.
Brookfield East game, right?
No, it was the West Dallas Central game. That was in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. You know, West Dallas Central, they're a good opponent though. So.
Where do we do them at? Oh.
Brookfield Central.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we had a good deal there.
We had Waterford on earlier that day too.
Against Sussex Hamilton that day. Swing and a miss, strike 2. What a cut.
He wanted to go deep again.
Yeah.
You know, they got 7 hits, and it's crazy to think that 3 of them were home runs.
But the thing about that one did not look like it was going out.
No.
The left fielder, the ball was carried by the wind.
It just kept carrying, man. I mean, the wind. Someone's going to hit the ball to Whitefish Bay Heights School at this rate for Menomonee Falls.
Yeah. And that one's in the air. First base side. Keene underneath it makes the catch.
But I think in the post-game interview, you gotta ask what's Coach
Tim Gotzer out there.
Tim Gotzer. You gotta ask him what he's feeding him, man.
So I gotta figure that out. I have to.
I mean,
he's gonna say we were practicing. That's what I was feeding him.
Some really juiced balls today, man.
Imagine he goes, "I'm not telling you." And that was a base hit to left by Geiger.
Who said that? Who said I'm not telling you?
Well, we're in the same city he said it in, just a private school in the city.
Retired now.
Yeah, retired. Steve Showalter.
It's good. Got a good deal and price at.
Yeah. So Nick Alberg now at the plate
Dominican. Speaking of Dominican, I mean, they still haven't.
I
think they have. I mean, do they have their guy yet?
They don't have their guy yet. Officially in the presses, they don't yet, but they might have their guy secretly.
Like, athletic director Tom Malata might know already, but
he probably does. But they're probably just waiting for confirmation and all those kind of things.
Like it's 100% sure yet.
Yeah.
With, you know. What I gotta say is they always hire some really good coaches.
Yeah,
though.
it's going to be – watch, it's going to be some guy like that's a current head coach at school. Oh, I'm going to Dominican now.
Then that next school's going to have to scramble pretty fast.
Yeah.
Unless they already have it worked out or something.
Yeah, who knows?
Because I think around this time of the year, you have to find your head coach for
Yeah.
basketball, right? Like, you have to kind of have it set.
Watch. We're talking about this now. Tonight they'll probably announce it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, Dominicans fans of the network, so they might hear us and be like, maybe we should announce it now.
my guess would be if it's a coach from another team, they're just going to hire the lead assistant coach to be the next head coach at that other school at that point.
Yeah, unless they decide to hire in-house, which they haven't done in a long time.
I mean, don't take our word for any of this stuff, though, because, I mean.
I'm just going by past experiences. They've done it twice now. The last 2 coaches have been outside. Meanwhile, we are 2 balls, 1 strike on Alberg.
I'm just speculating that, I mean, they have it set. They just are waiting for, like, confirmation on things and just being patient with it, I guess.
I remember the Whitefish Bay versus Dominican game every year, the basketball game. They used to do that game. I don't know if they still do, but.
It's like.
And that one's ripped to left and down a base hit for Alberg.
It's like you almost got to consider Whitefish Bay and Dominican as Menomonee Falls keeps hitting. I mean, it's like the Cubs and White Sox crosstown rivalry, right? They're in the same city. So mom visit coming.
So now it'll be Conert. Logan Conert at the plate now. 2 on, 1 out. Menomonee Falls looking to do more damage here. And they're probably looking at the fence again. Here's the pitch. And, ooh, foul tipped. That sounded like they hit somebody's body. Oof.
Sound like the catcher.
Yeah.
How about that? We got a little fan in the crowd wearing all Brewers gear. Maybe he's a player, right? Like
well, maybe they should recruit him and try to play for him.
How young does Opponent League go to? How young?
13.
Oh no, I mean the NL or whatever it is, or
man, they start at 7, 8 down there.
that
No, 9 maybe 8 or 9. I'm not sure.
That kid looks a lot younger than 7.
If he played for Wilson Park, he'd be in the rookie league, and that's the coach pitch league, and not even that yet.
Potentially a T-ball league, I would assume.
Yeah.
Right. Probably getting exposed to the game.
I played T-ball at one point. That was an experience.
I tried it. I mean, it wasn't for me. I'll just leave it at that.
Here's the pitch, and that one's ripped to right, and that one will be a short base hit. Will they send him home? No, and they'll leave the bases loaded now. It was kind of a short base hit from Conert, and now it'll be bases loaded, 1 out.
I mean, Menomonee Falls, after that 2-run home run, they said we're not done yet.
Well, they definitely don't look like they're done.
If they hit a grand slam here, I mean, you're looking at a potential run rule type scenario here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not crazy for saying that, but
yeah, I mean,
I mean, if it gets hit out there with the way they've been hitting the ball, we've seen that type of thing in that Franklin Tremper game on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's close to the beginning, and then
because if they rattle off 5 runs here and Whitefish Bay doesn't score next inning, this game's over.
Yeah.
But I'm actually I'm surprised with how close this game has really ended up.
Oh, I know.
I mean, did I say close? Did I say close?
Yeah.
How far this game has split up. I'm surprised you didn't catch that.
I'm surprised too.
I had to catch myself there.
You gave it a go. That's fine. So now they're going to be facing a dangerous Kosnick hitter. 2 for 2. Caden Kosnick. So he's 2 for 2 as well. That one's blocked back there by Rigginow. So now 1-0. And the thing you got to look at now if you're Burnred is walking home a run. We don't want to do that either, but you also got to take a risk of giving them a good pitch to swing at, which Menomonee Falls has taken advantage of every good pitch that they've been able to swing at today.
10 hits.
Kosnick rips that one up the middle, base hit. That will score 1. 1 more comes home. Throw coming to third. He's going to be out by no, he got in there at third.
And the runner gets a second.
Wow.
So what is that, 2 runs?
Yeah.
Make that 8-1 now.
And it's 8-1 now. Base hit from Kosnick brings home Geiger and Alberg.
Yeah, you really gotta. I think you gotta really start to put that into fruition right now with
Yeah,
that
I mean,
whole score.
They keep hitting like that.
I'm not hoping for that to happen, but
I cannot believe he got under the tag too, because it looked like he was gonna be out by a mile at third base.
I mean, this is getting pretty out of hand already. Like that really broke the game open. The home run broke the game open, I should say. The third one. What is Tim Gatzler?
He's probably looking at a substitution here, or maybe a pinch hitter. So now it'll be Bowen, who's 0 for 2 today.
We were talking before the game. It was like a couple weeks ago. You were saying that he was one of the coaches that wanted to be on too, right?
Yeah, he was.
For a long time.
I also talked to him about it. I said, I got you. What's your email? Let's get the message
Really,
out.
I mean, really putting on a show for our guys watching on TV today.
Yeah, he's like, and then he'll have a nice highlight house video created after. Remember, we do an interview with the winning coach and a winning player.
We actually have a comment about.
That one's in the air, popped high. Center field, McIntyre makes the catch. They'll send home the runner. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline, and it's cut off by the pitcher, Bernhardt. And it's 9-1. Conner comes home to score. And Menomonee Falls with the 8-run lead. And Whitefish against the ranked Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes as well.
You didn't catch this, but on YouTube, John Walker in our comments said, I mean, I don't want to take his word for it officially yet, but he said Dominican's either going to hire Bibby or Hurst.
Who?
Bibby or Hurst.
Those aren't assistants, I don't think.
No, but I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what schools those are. Unfortunately for me.
Pitches in there for a strike, and Whitefish Bay coming in this week was ranked 23. Menomonee Falls not ranked at all.
Menomonee Falls
so
maybe
Menomonee
a chance next week.
Yeah, they're definitely looking. They've definitely been playing better baseball recently. They've always been a good baseball team.
Oh yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean,
so now Lynn at the plate now. A home run earlier, a base hit, 2 for 3 today.
Both teams still, I mean, technically Milwaukee County, right? Because Menomonee Falls is right at the end of the county.
Is Menomonee Falls in Milwaukee County? I can't remember.
I thought so.
That one's popped up. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Actually, it might be just north of it, but I'm not sure.
It might be Waukesha, because I think the Waukesha Freeman covers them.
Yep.
It's like right there.
It's bordering like Wauwatosa.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And balls just hits outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's ripped foul. That one had some movement on it, too. A couple pitches already, you're like, whoa. That thing was wicked.
It's probably one of the craziest innings we've had from Menomonee Falls so far, though.
Yeah.
Set the tone with a 2-run bomb and then base hit after base hit up to 11 hits. It's been that type of day for the Phoenix.
Time is called. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Lynn. On the ground to second. Schoenfeld on the first in time. And Menomonee Falls plates 5 in that inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th, a 9-1 Menomonee Falls lead.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
All right, we're back.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 9-1 lead for the Menomonee Falls Phoenix here. 5 runs they plate in the top of the 5th. What do you know? Another home run was involved in that too. So 3 homers on the day for Menomonee Falls. We're going to call the home run derby for them pretty soon. So Whitefish Bay looking to get a couple runs back here in the bottom of the inning. They are facing run rule potential. Not yet. They trail by 8, but they give up 2 more runs to Menomonee Falls here. You could be looking at a run rule.
We got a little dog.
John Regano now, the catcher, will lead off for Whitefish Bay.
Now we're back to overcast skies again here.
It looks like the sun will not be coming out for a while, looking at the skies.
Possibly for hopefully at least one more time before the end of this game.
Yeah. So low 2-0 now to start out the inning.
You know, I don't get sometimes.
What?
How the people up north get a lot warmer temperatures than us around this time of year. Like
They said in May it's usually that way.
Yeah, you said something about like Milwaukee area, like Milwaukee in like the spring. It's like it's very weird.
2 balls, 1 strike. The lake is just weird. It saves us from tornadoes, but it also sometimes keeps us colder. And if you're a meteorologist watching this, you're probably like, that's not true. It doesn't save you from tornadoes. You've just been lucky. Pitch is low, 3-1 on the catcher, Dominic Rigano. That one's ripped to left center. That will plug the gap and get to the wall. Rigano rounds first. He'll head for second. The throw coming in and cut off. So a double lead off for Dominic Rigano.
School's not far away from the lake either here.
I figured it wasn't.
Like a mile or 2 away. You can definitely feel the wind from it.
Blue Dukes have quite a few sponsors out there. They have Sendix, they have the Milwaukee Admirals, and I thought it was one of ours at first almost. That looked like a point soda from here, but it's not.
When we were at Hellfair Field, we had our main sponsor, our scoreboard sponsor, Fleet Farm.
Sorry, can't show the scoreboard here for our sponsor. That one's in there for a strike. It's the outside corner.
Well, the Milwaukee Admirals, I mean, they're still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
One of the rare Milwaukee teams that are still alive in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, so it's a rarity around here, that's for sure.
They're down 1-0 in their series, but in their next series. They came down from 0-2, though, in their first series against the Rockford Ice Hogs.
That one's on the ground to first. Nice play over there by the first baseman, Van Zandy. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Runner got to third. I don't think if you're any of these schools, you really don't have to worry about prom or any of that, right?
I don't think so. We can't really say that for sure.
Feels like the last couple weeks. I mean, it's been prom season.
There's probably still some proms today somewhere.
I mean, you were saying the whole Racine County, right?
That's a unique prom.
Where do they have that at there?
The county fairgrounds, Racine County. Pitch is high, 2-0.
It's a good way to get the whole community together.
Yeah,
though.
and they have like games there. Like they have like, what did they have last year? I have to remember.
They do like a dinner and all that stuff too.
Probably at some point. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Like, I do think it's pretty unique that you get a whole red carpet out and like make the kids feel.
Yeah,
like,
and the cars pull up. It's actually kind of cool. And your parents drop you off.
It's cool.
They have it on TV. It's like one of those fun experiences. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped in the air. Foul to the right side.
Right to someone's car. No, I hope not. I hope not.
Hopefully they don't have State Farm. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Not the best neighbor.
Now, what am I talking about? That's not our sponsor.
And call. Nope. A little high, ball 3.
You gotta wait till the umpire signals it.
You're right.
Come on now.
You're right. You're right. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third for Whitefish Bay, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Now it's up in the air, and that's going to stay in the infield. Third baseman Kosnick makes the catch, and that's the best opportunity for Menomonee Falls right there.
Worst case scenario if you're Whitefish Bay, though.
Yeah.
Pop-up was the last thing they wanted to see.
So Charlie McIntyre now at the plate for the Blue Dukes. Time is called. Pinch runner.
Pinch runner for the catcher. Some teams do that, right? They keep some of their guys that aren't one of the best hitters just yet, but speedy guys.
Yeah.
As pinch runners.
Here's the first pitch to McIntyre outside, ball 1. Like I said, he's one of those names I remember from that state run. He was probably, I'm not sure if he's a senior now, but he's pretty young then, but he came up with some big hits at that Fox City Stadium, especially against Spash. That was a big blowout win for them in 2023 in the state tournament. Ball's outside. Now 2 balls, no strikes.
I'm kind of curious. Does Whitefish Bay, they don't, for their football team, they don't play at their school, right?
I think there is a football field over there.
They do have a field?
Yeah.
It's where their soccer plays into it.
Yeah.
Because like everything's kind of like clamped up like in one area, like type thing. I know they got the softball field at their stadium down there. It's a very nice field house they got for basketball, though.
Pitches outside, 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here on McIntyre. And he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Tyre steps back in now. Here's the pitch high, ball 4. And throw back to third, and it gets away.
No.
And no damage done. That was smart, but you just got to make a better throw.
Ball 4, though, right?
Yeah. Keep in mind, ball 4 is still a live ball. It's when you're hit by a pitch, it's not a live ball. So you can throw somebody out on a ball 4. So Joe Mussolini will bat now, next for Whitefish Bay. So 2 down now. Here's the pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. Fun fact about Whitefish Bay, there are tons of people that own animals in the city. I've noticed that when I've driven through here. Almost every person's got a dog. You know, other people tell me that too. It's like there's something about the city. There's so many dog walkers by here. A lot of people even brought their dogs out here today. That one's on the ground to short. Plays at second base on the fielder's choice. That is Lindy to Brown. We to the 6th inning, still a 9-1 game, and Menomonee Falls in the lead.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, top of the sixth inning between Whitefish Bay and Menomonee Falls. 9-1 lead for the Phoenix still. They played 5 last inning in the top of the fifth. They've also hit 3 home runs today. How often do you see that in a high school game?
Son, yet another dog.
Yeah, I told you.
Like I said, though, I mean, they got to have a lot of parks here.
Oh,
right?
they do.
They got to have a lot of parks.
Yeah.
The neighborhood I live in, too, I mean, I still see a good amount, but I think Whitefish Bay had definitely, I mean, I've heard a lot about it here, too.
Whitefish Bay is one of those cities that has, like, a lot of street parking. Like kind of like a lot of streets like what we're on right now. Like here, there's no parking lot. You have to park on the street.
We did that.
I kind of expected that because I looked at the map. I'm like, yep, street parking.
We did that sectional final game.
Yeah, there you got to park on the street too, mainly.
Yeah.
Even at the high school. All right. So Brownie will lead us off now from Menomonee Falls. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner.
Said Menomonee Falls lost their first series.
Yep. And that one's lined. Ooh, just over the head of the second baseman. Shown it.
They lost their first series to who was it?
It's to Hamilton. Hamilton's been on a terror this year.
How many games did they play in the Greater Metro in a series? 2?
2, yeah.
So they got swept.
Yeah. That was to open the season too, but you know they've been playing better as of recent.
I mean, 13-4.
Yeah.
After that, that's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
Just to think that, I mean, they dominate conference play other than Sussex Hamilton too.
Yeah.
9-2.
I think this week they got either Brook Central or Brookfield East coming up this week. 9-1 lead for Menomonee Falls here in this non-conference action.
They hope to get a good deal against Brookfield Central, right?
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've made quite a few friends over there at Brookfield Central, that's for sure.
Dan Wandry, Brett Gritzmacher, the principal of Brookfield Central.
Ball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, haven't much in other sports yet over there, but that'll be someday. It's mainly just a basketball school for our broadcasting right now, but
baseball was a possibility early on.
Yeah, last year we had them on for baseball at the Rock. So meanwhile, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was the game at the like we were outdoors at that.
The 30-mile-per-hour Wednesday,
oh
and we still sat out there. It was cold.
And we found a way to make it work to go to the Milkman Stadium in a more warmer environment.
Yeah, that one's low in the dirt, ball 3.
Felt more comfortable there.
And
I mean, we made it work though at
we got an injury now.
Rock Ballpark. Ooh. Looks like he's good to go.
Yeah. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. When I walk out and grab a burger, I'm gonna tell them to put the bun on the grill. Make it Night Owl style. If you're from Milwaukee, you probably know what Night Owl is. And that one's in the air to center.
Uh-oh.
Going back to the wall.
Wait a minute. Oh.
And that one will stay in this time.
That looked like it was gone. I thought it was gone at first.
Matthew Nemec almost hit 2 today on that one.
That was
pretty hard.
A couple feet away from making it a 10-run game.
Yeah. Logan Van Zandt, now the batter for Menomonee Falls. 1 for 3 today. Had that 2-run homer a couple innings ago. Pitch is low, ball 1. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air, right off the net foul. You know, if that net's not there, it's probably an out. 1 ball, 1 strike, because that looked like that would have been popped up. Net's a little bit extended on top, but you know it's for the best.
It's kind of got like that sports complex feel to it with the fence.
Save the trees. It's not save the trees.
Save the trees.
Save the cars. Yeah.
I think the cars are more important than the trees if you're the owner of a car.
Ball is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Meanwhile, Brownie takes off and steals second.
He had a really good lead right before he released the pitch. He already started going.
So Van Zandt will step back in now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That one's in the air, foul. Boy, he's got that scary swing.
I mean, if that net wasn't there, that one was going to go out the stadium.
Yeah. We mean foul, too, not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that would have just went, maybe would have landed up on us. Who knows? All right, so 2 balls, 2 strikes on Van Zandt. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to right, and that one will be caught. So 2 down. Mussolini makes the catch out there in right field. So now it'd be Caleb Geiger.
And the clouds out doesn't really help with the temperature here, or the wind.
No, it doesn't. Geiger foul to the right side.
I believe if it hits the net too and it bounces right back, and let's say someone caught it for them, that wouldn't count, right?
No, it's out. Even if we catch the ball, it's an out. Savannah Banana style.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah, Savannah Bananas. If a person in the audience catches the ball, the better's out.
I heard like the party animals. I mean, they're like they act too pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is. They're
1
not just
ball,
gonna
1
throw
strike.
a real team out there.
A Greendale High School alumni plays for the Party Animals.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he went to. I gotta think about that. Where he went to college, but he might have even went to UW Milwaukee. But he's now playing for the Party Animals.
I mean, Greendale, they're a really good baseball program led by Brian Johnson.
Yeah, that's another baseball
I think
city.
if you put a thing, I think they're a marching band city.
Well, well, I should say
We're
village.
talking, I guess you could say sports-wise. Yeah. Baseball.
Well, they're definitely a marching band village. They put the most money into it, and they win the most championships.
They you see their shows, and it's like a Super Bowl halftime show. Almost.
Yeah.
Like.
Here's the pitch. Ball's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one's in the air. Second baseman calling for it. makes the catch. That's Schoenman. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 9-1 lead for Menomonee Falls.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 9-1 game, 6th inning, bottom of the 6th. Whitefish Bay trails by 8. They're going to need quite a few hits to get back in this one, but never impossible. September's playing here in Whitefish Bay, even though it is
May.
Matt Peck, Elijah Vinksalata with you all morning and part of the afternoon so far. Thank you for joining us today. High school baseball, the only high school broadcasting baseball company in the Milwaukee area right now, besides the Game Changer phone streaming, which is running here too.
Can't wait for fall season after spring.
Yeah.
I don't want to look too far ahead. We got about roughly a month left of high school baseball season and softball season. But fall season is right around the corner. I mean, summer, I love summer, but those months go by super fast.
Yeah.
Graduation season coming up for this 2025 class. College is finishing up.
That's for sure. It's the deal we're talking about. That's a good deal.
We're going to have expected to have football, girls volleyball, boys soccer for you on the network this fall.
Boys volleyball too.
And boys volleyball, yeah. We're going to have them all.
Yeah.
All around the area, Milwaukee area. Give us if there's anyone watching that plays any of those sports or coaches or any of that.
You forgot one. We're having swim too.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do that.
I don't think that's ever been on the network before anywhere, right?
No, I don't think so.
But give us suggestions in the comments for that.
Yeah.
For any of those sports coming up in the fall.
And then the broadcaster jumps in the pool to be in the house.
We got football pretty much. We're already starting to get that set in stone for some of the schedule. Obviously, we won't reveal it till the beginning of August when we have our annual show. We don't know where we're doing that yet, but
why are you doing so many games in that conference? That's what we get ready to hear. 3 balls, no strikes.
It won't just be
Walter.
it won't just be that conference for every game, but we're going to have a lot of special.
Chase Walter now the batter for Whitefish Bay, up 3-0 to start this inning.
We got to contact these schools pretty early too because
that's ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to open up the inning here for Whitefish Bay.
Do have some competitors, believe it or not, for football.
We have one.
One competitor.
I think in a couple of years that competitor might even be gone too. TV's dying.
Because what was it? With sports, their thing isn't a
They're
thing
done.
anymore.
They're done. And theirs was mainly Thursday night anyways, but they're done.
The Thursday night throwdown crew.
Yeah, but we're not going anywhere. We'll stay with you for high school sports in the Milwaukee area. We're going to go all the way out to Oconomowoc, all the way south to Kenosha, Lake Geneva, and then all the way north to Grafton. There you go.
We will have a lot of good games for you. That's not a joke.
I should say Grafton Slinger.
Pretty far drive, but yeah, we'll do it because that's still Milwaukee. Fond du Lac, believe it or not, still Milwaukee area, but I mean.
We don't go that far. That's almost Fox Valley. That's the Fox Valley Association Conference.
Hour 15, hour 30 drive from here.
You have to get Brendan Retzloff on the phone to do that game in Fond du Lac. Not quite our distance, but.
It's when you start to get up to that Kakana country.
Yeah. That Fox Valley country is something. A lot of pride up there for high school sports. That one's rip foul to the left side, right to the screen.
That would have went out the stadium too. There's no.
That would have hit a house across the street.
We had to hit one of the fans, man.
And we're kind of close here that the houses are literally right across the street too. I mean, that's probably why they got this net here too. So the insurance, so people don't have to pay more on insurance across the street. Think about you play a baseball game across the street, you're in trouble. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's ripped to center field. And Alberg underneath it makes the catch. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Charlie Hoven now up for Whitefish Bay next. Pitch is in there, strike 1. Charlie Hoven now the batter for Whitefish Bay. He is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
How long do they usually give for these teams right after for varsity reserve? Like at least half an hour.
Yeah.
Because they got to warm up again, right?
Yeah. Right around a half hour. By the way, varsity reserve game, you got to watch on Game Changer. We won't be here for that.
Nope.
And that one's in the air, right field. Who calls for it? It'll be the center fielder. That's Alberg again. 2 straight outs to Alberg. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the 6th. So now, the pinch runner at first base was Jackson Speed. Oh, and he almost got him on the pickoff.
You just hear one of the people in the crowd scream, "Got him!"
It was close. Jackson Speed, so I expect him to have a lot of speed over there.
Speed is his.
Yeah. So he should be stealing here if he's got speed.
It's been the same pitcher all game for Menomonee Falls, right?
Yeah. Pitches outside, ball 1.
What's his pitch count at now?
75.
I mean, he has at this rate he could
steal.
He could try to go the whole game, steal. He's been. I mean, it's been ground balls all game though, right? I mean, for the most part.
Pitches out.
Balls.
2 balls, no strikes.
Whitefish Bay they just haven't been hitting it to the right spots for.
The batter, Krieger, at the plate now. Back to first. Ooh, got there again. He's just getting back. Speed over there.
Now we've had to. If we did a count, I would assume at least 15 pickoffs today.
Oh yeah.
And
no, I mean, that's one team.
Crazy as it sounds, I think it's definitely more. It's definitely more than that combined.
Yeah.
See that a lot in high school though.
Here's a pitch in the air, foul, left side. And that one's ripped to left. And it'll get down, a base hit for Krieger.
What do they usually do for the varsity reserve game? They just play all the reserves and then.
Well, there's some guys that play
the starters.
Yeah,
right?
a couple starters will have to play. So 2 runners on for Whitefish Bay, first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, strike 1, and the batter is now Dominic Rigonau, the catcher.
Only had a bullpen on one side, so they had a couple of their guys warming up in the pen, coming back around now.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. I wonder why the bullpen's on the home team side.
Yeah.
Scouting purposes? They got one bullpen only at this place? I just realized, I was wondering why they were walking around like that.
Can you imagine they did it on purpose?
Never know. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's minor league baseball.
What is that? No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes I've seen that in minor league stadiums, like right around
They
each other.
actually do that?
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There was one stadium that did that, I think.
I don't know what's worse, though. I mean, like, those MLB stadiums, like, didn't the Cubs used to do it, right, where they had the bullpen on the field?
Yep. Ooh, that's dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Rigondeaux. And that one's in the air. Center field. Calling for it as the center fielder. And he makes the catch. Alberg. And actually, he made all 3 outs this inning. So we head to the top of the 7th inning, still 9-1 Phoenix.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
All right,
Back here at Zaleski Sports, the finale, and in the 7th inning here now. Top of 7th lead now. Lead still set 9-1 for Menomonee Falls.
Coming up on our schedule on Zaleski Sports Milwaukee next week, it's to be determined, but we will have a game next Friday. And next Saturday, we will be at American Family Field, formerly known as Miller Park, for Menomonee and what's it called? I forget.
Northland Pines.
Northland Pines.
Eagle River, the high school is.
Yep. Northland Pines and Menomonee. What time is first pitch?
3 o'clock, I
3
think.
3 p.m. By yours truly, Matt Peck and Elijah Vinxalov.
Yep. Yours truly. And then we got the final week of regular season right after that. We'll probably try to figure out a conference championship game if there's one to go to.
And playoffs, we will. I don't think
sectionals only. If
sectionals,
anything.
yep.
Yeah.
Likely at the Doc Hounds.
Yeah, we have to pick a sectional to be at the Doc Hounds Stadium. That's the only one that has a press box. So Menomonee Falls is in that sectional, so if they get there, they earn luck.
This might not be the last time we have the Phoenix on this season. And potentially, I'm not ruling it out just yet. Last year we were at state baseball, potentially.
Yeah.
We might be there again this year in Appleton. It would be radio only if we have state baseball on there, though.
We're almost done.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's crazy, man. You said 2 more weeks left?
Yeah, the following week after is just it's just on final games of conference. So seeding meetings start next week for baseball too.
Shows that we're almost halfway through the year already.
2025.
2025 is flying, man.
Yeah. So Nick Alberg will lead it off here for the top of the 7th. Pitch is in there, strike 1. He shows bunt, and that's popped up foul.
I'll have to see if they still have any leftover burgers at the end of this, man.
Yeah. It's a good deal out here, though, for free food out here in Whitefish Bay. I mean, nothing ever beats free. And ball 1.
How big of a win would this be for Menomonee Falls, man? This
23 ranked Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes. Yeah, they're up 9-1 right now.
Put on a big fireworks. 15 on the 15-3 Whitefish
That one's in
Bay.
the air. Right field. Carrying and caught out there by Mussolini. That ball took him all the way to the wall almost. I'm telling you, that ball's been carrying all day.
The wind has been no joke today. Around 15 to 20 mile per hour winds all game long.
Yeah.
I don't think it beats I don't think it beats our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee record from that Brookfield Central Greendale game, but
yeah,
I mean, it's still not a joke with the win today.
That one's ripped to right, base hit. That is Conert for the base hit.
Like, I don't even think, I mean, I had to hold the camera that whole game, that Brookfield Central Greendale game.
Yeah, last year that was a crazy game, just with the wind.
Holding on for dear life.
Cade, Kosnick now the better.
That was a crazy sequence we had. Yeah, was it 2 days ago with the bad storms that were running through that? I mean, we thought it was going to be a joke with like how they were. I mean, the weather people sometimes. I mean, they could be off with some of their reports, but in that Juneau area, up by Fond du Lac, that was pretty bad. In Mayville,
yeah, that was. And some of our Zaleski towns got a little bit hit, like Loyal up there. That's one of our coverage teams for the up north teams. They got hit. Ooh, that one's driven deep to left field. Going back to the wall and deep, and it is off the wall.
You thought you had another home run?
Yeah, I thought we had 4, and it's all out of the stadium. Ground rule double under the wall, so runner will be held at third with the ground rule double. But Kosnick nearly missed a home run, and guess what? 4 for 4 today. He's probably going to be in the house. If you go perfect at the plate, you're going to be in the house.
Dang near, you got to get all the people that hit a home run today on.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 3 different players that hit one, right?
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, ball 1. 1 out. 2 runners on for the Phoenix. Conant at third, Kosnick on second. That one's in the air, pop foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. And Wolter is the pitcher from Menomonee Falls. It's Chase Wolter. Speaking of that, we forgot to note that pitching change earlier. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That was lined up the middle, base hit. That's going to probably score 2. Coach Gotzer with the wave and scores 2. Bowen with a 2 RBI base hit, and it's 11-1.
This was earlier in the game. The run rule would apply, but we're already in the 7th. So
yeah.
No matter what, Whitefish Bay will get their last chance still.
So now Henry Lynn at the plate.
Menomonee Falls putting on a hitting show just like what we saw from the Franklin Sabres on Wednesday on the network. Oh, he had a big lead at first.
Here's the pitch in their first strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch is high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Throw on a second, and not in time. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Tosses back to second, and back in time is Bowen. Bowen stole just a couple pitches ago. And now Lynn in the box. Now he's got a double and a home run today. Ball's outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. So 3-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that's taken in there, strike 2 on the outside corner. Wolter just painted the corner. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now, 1 out. 11-1 lead for the Phoenix here. Here's the pitch, and that one's jammed up in the air. Will that fall possibly? And nice catch on the run that time by the shortstop Schoenhart. So now 2 down. So now that Drew Brown, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Runner goes for third, and it's fouled away. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. So strike 2, 0-2. Menomonee Falls, like Elijah mentioned earlier, this inning, 15 hits today. That's a lot. It's not even that warm out.
Just like Franklin, man.
Here's the pitch, and ooh, throws down to third, not in time.
I will say the weather of those last 2 games we had this week are very like bipolar from each other.
Yes.
It was beautiful, that Franklin game.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Clear skies. What was it, like 75 degrees? Not
Here's
a
the
lot of
pitch,
wind.
and that one's ripped to third. Ooh, and there's an error on the third baseman. And Brownie will reach via error. So it's a 12-1 lead for the Phoenix now.
Just add a little bit more insurance to put the knockout, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
That would be one of the greatest comebacks of all time if Whitefish Bay did it, but
yeah,
the win probability, I mean,
it's probably
pretty low.
Below 3%.
Less than even 1.
Yeah.
They saw Whitefish Bay score in that bottom of the 4th. They cut it to 3, and they never looked back from there.
That's right. So 1-0, 2 outs. And that one's ripped to second, base hit again for the Phoenix. 17 hits. And that time it was Matthew Nemec.
So I still need you to ask him, what are you feeding these guys? That's fun. It's just funny, bro. Good day in the office for the hitting. You know, Whitefish Bay is going to try to win that varsity reserve game, though.
Yeah.
But Menomonee Falls comes out with the, I mean, I'm not saying it, obviously, crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen.
Here's the pitch, and Zandy takes outside, and he's 1 for 4 today with that home run.
Once every now and then we even see that in the MLB where teams come back from, like, a lot. But
yeah,
this is like magnificent to like a 45-point lead with like 10 minutes left in a game.
And taken inside, 2-0. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1.
Strike 2.
Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Counter was wrong here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Van Zandy pitched to Van Zandy, popped up in the air, first base side. Keene underneath it, makes the catch. We head to the final frame here. Does Whitefish Bay have a huge comeback in them? Down 12-1, and we'll find out after this.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right,
Back here on Zaleski Sports, bottom of the 7th inning here. Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata with you here this afternoon. Stay with us after the game. Highlight House Player of the Game, along with the winning head coach gets an interview as well. So we got some things coming on right after. So stay with us right after the game. So let's talk about Menomonee Falls offense today, once especially 17 hits. Can you just imagine that in a game? You know, me and you jinxed ourselves again. We said we were moving fast, and then they spot on 17 hits.
I mean, can you imagine how much longer it would have been if Whitefish Bay scored, though?
Oh, I know.
It's at least a 3-hour game, and Whitefish Bay scores close to what Menomonee Falls has. But we would have been all for it because that's entertainment right there.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of entertainment, though, with the bats today for Menomonee Falls.
Well, that's for sure. So new pitcher for Whitefish Bay is Menomonee Falls. Dorian Wegner as well. Pitch is low, 2-0 to start the inning. Keene is the batter now for Whitefish Bay. Pitches outside corner, just missed, 3-0. Here's the pitch, in there for a strike, so 3-1 now. Here's the pitch, and that's ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Blue Dukes. So Robert Grano, he's a pinch hitter. He'll come up now and hit for the Blue Dukes.
Some of these guys that you guys are seeing late here are probably going to be featured in that varsity reserve game, I would assume.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitches in there, strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch outside, ball 1. Next offering, low. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. on Grano. And cold strike 3 in the outside corner. So Grano down looking. 1 down here in the bottom of 7th. So now Reggie Hart, the second center fielder, up now. Here's the pitch inside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1, hits the outside corner. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And just missed. 2-1. Some other games on the network today you can watch today. Spash is taking on defending Division I state champion De Pere Redbirds right now as we speak. That's on the network. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Let's check to see how they're doing.
I think it's a doubleheader as well, so there'll be 2 games. So one of those notable teams to appear on the network, and Spash always a pretty good baseball team as well up there. So now 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and taking ball 4.
The Pier won the first game of the doubleheader 11-1.
Oh, wow.
Maybe Mike Wendland's on the call for that. Right?
Probably.
Tune into him after us for their second game of the doubleheader. We're going to send you over to him.
We can't do that. We can't force you to. Now, if you were watching this on TV, we'd be like, yep, go over there.
We're giving options, though.
Yeah.
We'll see some, maybe. I mean, their game was pretty much just in the boat of this too.
So now the pinch hitter will be Liam Gan Dujan. Pitch is in there, strike 1 on the outside corner. Pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One down here in the bottom of 7th. Ball's outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Both guys on base are issued via walk, right?
Yep.
I mean, even if they get bases loaded here and hit a grand slam, it's still a 7-run game.
Yeah, I know. Whitefish Bay would need tons to even make this a thought. And that one nearly hits the batter, and the runners will move up 90 feet.
Eliminates the double play threat.
So 3 balls, 1 strike on Gandujan. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Pitch is low in the dirt, ball 4. So now Chase Walter will be the hitter, 0 for 2 today. He's up with bases loaded, 1 down. Whitefish Bay trails by 11. Here's the pitch, low again, ball 1.
Man, starting to become a little bit of an issue here, huh? Mound visit coming now.
Not the worst idea.
Probably try to settle down a little bit, try to get him to throw some strikes.
So still remain 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded here for the Blue Dukes here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Low again, 2-0. Low again, 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes on the risk of possibly walking a runner here is Wagner.
The head coach of Menomonee Falls, he's just telling them calm down a little bit, tone it down. Get the ball a little bit higher.
Here's the pitch. And in there for strike 1. So 3-1 now, 1 out. Here's the next pitch and ball 4 and a RBI walk. And it's a 12-2 game. Time is called by head coach Tim Gotzler.
They're pulling him.
Yeah, they're pulling him. Looks to me they're going to go to the right fielder, Conert.
And Coach Tim Gotzler just doesn't want to, I guess, take any chances still.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Try to do too much more damage. I think every batter that's came up this inning that's reached on has walked too, right? It's no hits.
So a new pitcher, like I mentioned before, will be Conert, the right fielder. He'll come in with a 12-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. So Matthew Shanefeldt now at the plate for Whitefish Bay. Pitches inside, ball 1. And that one's ripped to second, on back to first, and he gets pulled off the base. Nearly a game-ending double play, but 2 outs. Schoenfeld rips it out to the second baseman, Brown. So there'll be 2 down now here in the bottom of the 7th. So Charlie Hoven now at the plate, bases loaded here, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Keep in mind, Nasonville Dairy postgame show after the game interview with most likely head coach Tim Gotzler and the player of the game. We will see who we will take, but we will likely take Koznick, 4 hits. Or else we go with the starting pitcher. Pitch is in there, 1 strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's in the air. Popped up, center field. Alberg makes the catch, and the Menomonee Falls Phoenix take down the number 23 ranked Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes 12-2 this afternoon. Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, farmer's cheese, peach cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, farmer's cheese, peach cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, here with the victorious Menomonee Falls Phoenix. Coach, what'd you feed these kids today? 17 hits? That was outstanding. You guys came in here and took down number 23 team. Just tell me about how you guys got it done.
No, we're just really proud of our guys. Have been bought in. In a weird week with weather and play some really good conference opponents, and we love to play really good non-conference as well. Non-conference opponents, we would love to play programs like this. They have a phenomenal program. We've seen each other a few times in the last few years. So I'm glad they had us out here today, and we just stayed on message and kept working hard and stayed locked in the entire game.
Yeah, you're a couple of weeks away from playoffs. Like I said, you're in that tough Greater Metro Conference. I think you guys are in 4th place right now, but very tough conference. But you guys get a statement win on the road. Just tell me about how important this is to your guys today.
Yeah, it is. And the biggest thing is about early in the season, we had injuries, got to kind of be on the 8 ball a little bit. We've been playing well down the stretch. We're tied for 2nd place. A lot of us are in the same sectional from our conference. So, all positive momentum just keeps us rolling as May turns into June.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Coach.
Appreciate you, bud. Thank you.
Yeah. Now we're here with our highlight house player of the game, Cade Kosnick. Just tell me about it. You had 4 hits today. I think 4 for 4, actually. Yeah. So just tell me about how you got it done.
I just got up there, just tried to do my thing, not trying to do too much, just get the barrel to the ball and just let the game play itself.
Yeah, you guys had an offensive effort today, 17 hits, and you guys took down a really good program in Whitefish Bay. Just tell me about how proud you are of your teammates and just how you guys got it done.
Yeah, I'm just so unbelievably proud. I'm so grateful to be able to play with a team like this. We're all just such a close-knit group of guys, and when we're playing like this, we're a tough team to beat.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the mic. This is we kind of do our little player of the game thing here. You're going to look at the camera right there. You're going to say your first and last name that I'm in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, so first, last name, I'm in the house. I'll step by the camera and I'll count you down for 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Cade Kosnick, I'm in the house.
Perfect. Great game today.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, all good. Thank you. Thanks again. Yeah, no problem. All right, so Menomonee Falls gets to win today. You're 12-1. Matt Peck signing off here. We'll be back this week for more baseball and spring sports here on Zaleski Sports.